Okay, okay. Next presenter, who is next? Yes, Chandni.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, shall I share from here your screen if you want to present?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sharing the screen here. Okay. You can start. Yeah?
Thank you, sir. Hello, I am Chandni Pandya. Today I present Wordsworth and Coleridge and their poetic creed, paper number 103, Literature of Romantics. Next, introduction. William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. William Wordsworth was a major English romantic poet. He was born in 7th April 1770, Cookermount, United Kingdom, and he was died at 23rd April 1850, Cumberland, United Kingdom. S.T. Coleridge. S.T. Coleridge was an English poet, literary critic, and philosopher. He was born in 21 October 1772, Ottery, St. Mary, United Kingdom. He was died in 25th July 1834, Highgate, United Kingdom. Next, Samuel Coleridge. What is poet? He was defined that no man was ever yet a great poet without at something being a profound philosopher. According to him, if a person is a poet, be a philosopher, otherwise he is not a poet. The poet must be educated person who possesses poetic genius. Next, sir. William Wordsworth. What is poet? He was defined that he is a man speaking to man, a man endowed with a more lively sensible who has a greater knowledge of human nature and a more comprehensive soul than are supposed to be a common among mankind. Next, okay. How William Wordsworth defined poetry? In the preface to Lyrical Ballads, Wordsworth defined poetry thus: poetry is a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotion recollected in tranquility. In this definition of poetry, there are two apparent contradictions. The spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings on one side and emotion recollected in tranquility on the other side are apparently two contradictory statements. Uh, he was he was give another definition of poetry. Poetry is a breath and finner spirit of all knowledge. It is the impression which is in the countenance of all science. Next, how Samuel Taylor Coleridge defined poetry. A poem is in species of composition which is which is opposite to work of science by proposing for its immediate object pleasure, not truth, and from all other species having this object in common with it, it is discriminated by proposing to itself such delight from the world as is compatible with a distinct gratification from each composed part. Another definition was given that prose words in their best order, poetry the best word in their best order. Next, basic difference between the poetry of Wordsworth and Coleridge. Wordsworth, Wordsworth writes in a subjective style. He examines his state of mind or consciousness before attempting to write a creative work, and Coleridge, on the other hand, is quite objective. His work arises out of the factual and biographical antecedents that surround his life. Wordsworth's writings are highly sequenced, logical, and remain thoughts from the all thoughts his creative endeavors. Uh, Coleridge writes fragments, and he is unable to maintain a single thought, probably due to his opium use, which he is notorious for. Next, subjective matters. William Wordsworth is childhood manners, rustic, humble, and common life, beautiful form of nature, and S.G. Coleridge, supernatural, extraordinary, and mysterious elements that can be found in human nature. Nature is not only subject matter, is also talk about psychology of character. Next, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah.
So next slide. Sorry. Language. Hello. Hello.
Yes, your next slide.
Yes, sir. Voice not come here. नहीं આગળ 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 okay. William Wordsworth language really used to common man. He used language and subject of the common man to convey his ideas. He was against to Augustine age theorem and overflow. S.T. Coleridge is a metrical arrangement, sophisticated, ornamented, and elevated. Next. Conclusion. In certain respect, it was Coleridge who had a better thought of flowering. Coleridge soon came to an end. Wordsworth could not stop the decline in Coleridge's poetic power, but one can say that their contribution to English was a landmark for an English poetry. Thank you.
Okay, these are your